Insurance penetration in an economy like Nigeria is vital. It's a vital step towards safeguarding the financial safety of individuals and businesses. In Nigeria, however, the level of penetration remains relatively low, with many people and businesses lacking the necessary coverage. To boost insurance penetration amid economic headwinds, concerted efforts of course, is required to ensure businesses take advantage of insurance offers to navigate the economic uncertainties, particularly at this very critical time. Let's better understand this. And I'm being joined by a professor, and that's Professor Ahmed Salawuddin, is the group president, Standard Group Holdings. Thank you so much. It's really a privilege having you on the program. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Tulu.
Over 4 decades, because I read your profile and I'm so impressed. I want you to tell us what you've seen over the years. A lot that people like us have not even heard. How has the insurance sector fared, and where do we find ourselves at the moment?
No, thank you very much. I mean, insurance is a key factor, particularly when you talk of finance. And Nigerian insurers, they have developed tremendously over the years, up to including now. And I'm very happy you have made a point over there what insurers are contributing. To be honest with you, insurers here, they are doing everything possible to make sure they take their position in the Nigerian economy. How do they do it? When you check the history, since 1960 up to now, Nigeria have developed so much. In the early days, we haven't got enough capacity, particularly in oil and gas industry. At that time, about 90% of business is passed overseas. But of recent, the tide had changed. Instead of reinsuring 90% of our product, now the reverse is the case. 70% of our assets is insured in Nigeria because insurers have developed a lot of capacity, to handle all these insurances. Not only that, Nigeria has moved forward to make sure that economically, Nigeria is highly protected. And I'm so happy to report that the present administration is doing everything humanly possible just to make sure that insurers, they take their place in the economic field. And this is being done because I was happy. I met Mr. President. I met Bola Tinubu in New York recently. And I was and I was so impressed by his pronouncement. His pronouncement is very simple. Nigeria is back on the stage. What does that mean? Nigeria is back like in the early days. Therefore, there are a lot of things that insurers are doing just to make sure we have a lot of retention of all the risks in Nigeria rather than passing them overseas. Therefore, insurers have developed a scheme whereby instead of passing all these things to overseas, it's now in Nigeria. Therefore, we are developing very, very well.
Interesting start, and I like the background that you put to it. Very, very interesting. But many will still say the level of penetration is low in Nigeria compared to maybe other African countries.
Yes, you see, the challenge at the early stage we are having is that there's image of insurers. The image of insurer, for one reason or the other, has not been good. But I can report to you, Tulu, that right now, a lot of things are being put in place by the Nigeria Insurance Association, the regulatory authority, NICON, the insurance broker has everything, just to make sure that the better image, we give good image to insurance. Anywhere in the world, think about Nigeria, local market. We are stronger in everything. So we can be compared with anywhere in the world. Therefore, I am saying without missing word that Nigeria insurers, they have come to stay. And they are doing well.
For example, COVID-19 and SARS. We knew all of this had one way or the other to do with insurance.
Yes.
So I don't. How will you react to how?
Tolu, I'm very happy you mentioned SARS.
Yes.
SARS, when you look at it, Nigeria, the government, will lose almost $1 billion, trillion.
True.
In that incident.
Yes.
But what happened? The market rose to the occasion. All the claims with regards to SARS was paid fully, compensated. Do you understand? Therefore, you see, Nigeria insurers have come off stage because what? Apart from having the local capacity, they have what is known adequate reinsurance program. You see, insurance business is not a localized business. Mm-hmm. Insurance business is an international business. You cannot keep everything in Nigeria. You have to make sure you do it in such a way that you exchange business. Therefore, Nigeria insurers, they have adequate reinsurance program that provide protection to them in all these areas. Therefore, Nigeria is very, very good.
I'd like to take you on again on awareness and sensitization.
Yes.
How aware do you think Nigerians are, nooks and crannies of this country, about insurance policy?
That's what I'm talking about, image as well.
Great. Okay.
You see, insurance business is a three-legged race. You have the insurer, who is a carrier. It's a risk carrier. You have the insurer, like your TVC. Then you have in the middle, a broker. A broker is expected to be a professional body who will go to the underwriter at the same time to the client to see the two of them. So, in that wise, things are becoming much easier. The problem in Nigeria, awareness, like you said, is not about, like I said, the NIA, NCRIB, they are making a lot of programs just to make sure Nigeria, they know what benefit of insurance is. So let me tell you, outside Nigeria, there's nothing you can do without insurance.
That's insurance. True.
Even in you here, to give you example, insurance is a situation whereby you are working here, you can lose your job. In other countries, what happens is this. You can lose your job 3 months, 6 months, to get another job. Insurance will pay for the benefit. Do you understand? So, as a result, insurance is a key factor in anything you are doing. Therefore, the insurer here, what you have over there is what we have there. We are talking about kidnapping and ransom.
Yes.
Kidnapping and ransom, they can be covered. Insurer here, they can do that through their arrangement of reinsurance program. So therefore, all this area, what is very necessary now, which we are doing, is the issue of the image making. We have to correct the perception of Nigeria for them, because when they look at it, they say insurance is a legalized robbery. No. No. Insurance is one of the best professions I can ever see. And I think the image of insurer will continue to improve. Because if the image improves, then we're just down there.
I want to, let's talk about the regulator now, NICOM.
Yeah.
You've mentioned NICOM, led by Mr. Dari Thomas, and he's been doing a lot of work, I must say, to deepen insurance penetration across the country. How is the relationship of operators like you with NICOM, and what more are you expecting from them moving on?
Now, to be honest with you, there's nothing much you can do without a regulator.
True.
I congratulate the present commissioner, Thomas, for all his activities, just to make sure that insurer, all the insurance industry, were on the same page. The commission is doing a great job, looking at everything, like I told you, the capacity of what we need to have in Nigeria. They are making sure that everything, all insurance companies in Nigeria are well fed before anything is passed overseas. The regulators are doing a lot of things just to make sure that at the end of the day, all practitioners, they now do their business on a professional and ethical basis. So the commission, the regulator are doing very well, and I'm sure the entire industry, the entire people we are using, they will key into the National Insurance Commission. For me, I think they are they are doing important job. Yes.
So that's a good one. Payment delays, you mentioned about the perception and the image.
Yes.
The issue of non-payment and delays, we as journalists, we hear some of these complaints sometimes.
Yes.
What are we doing? What is the industry doing to make this a thing of the past?
It's still the same. Many Nigerians, sorry to say, they prefer shortcuts. The shortcuts is an inhibition in progress. If you go through the right channel, the right channel will be able to select for you a well-secured, financially secured risk carrier. That's the first thing. The second aspect is that your claims will be settled as at when due. Again, this is an area whereby insurer image will be improved. Therefore, my own belief is that the general public, to get benefit on this, they should be able not to go in with shortcut. Let them go with the regulation. In some country, if I may tell you, nobody accepts insurance unless you go through an insurance intermediary. For instance, let me tell you, in the oil and gas industry, there is what is known as Local Content Act of 2010. That 2010 gives the broker a power to make sure they work with the risk barrier, to make sure that an insurance is packaged very well. Therefore, the intermediary is very important. But the problem we have in Nigeria, you have things on paper, but is that what we are practicing? That is the challenge. If we follow what is on the paper, it's very nice. And to be honest with you, I think very soon, what is going on, you will see a tremendous change in the insurance industry.
We really need that change. Let me congratulate you on your award at the Business Day event there. I saw it very big, lifetime and all of that. What does that spur you? How does it trigger you to do more at this time? What does it mean for you?
Tolu, what I can tell you, recognition. Recognition is very key. If people can recognize what you are doing, they appreciate it. You see, the point is, like I tell people, you have to earn this award. Some people go and buy. No. You have to earn it. Like I mentioned to Tolu, in Nigeria, I'm not going to mention name. There are a lot of billionaires, there are a lot of trillionaires and everything. When you see the world ranking, do they put them there? Because they cannot account for the money. Before you are recognized, you have to account what is the source of your money. That is the problem in Nigeria. The source. That recognition that Business Day did for me over a period of time. Not only that, I am happy. Not only people know me in Nigeria, but in fact, I'm well known outside Nigeria than Nigeria. And if I may tell you, by this December coming, Signature Global, which is our partner in this thing, we are going to get an award in California. They are white people, they don't know me, but when they look at my record, that recognition is very key. If you are doing something, I'm happy with you. When you present your case, I recognize you. When I first came here, I said, yes, this young man, I've seen him before. That's recognition. So recognition is very, very important. Provided you don't buy it, you earn it. I mean, fantastic. And not only that, if you are recognized, you do more.
Exactly.
And that's what we are doing in our place. We do more. That's it.
So let's look ahead now. Two in one questions.
Yes.
What challenges what other challenges are in the insurance industry that can make it better than it is now? And what is your advice to Nigerians with regards to keying into insurance things?
Well, the challenge, to look, if I may tell you, is just to make sure how do insurance industry make sure that image of insurance business is improved. But I tell you one thing, Nigeria is going there. Like I told you, the president said, we are back, not only in Africa, in the world. And if I may tell you, research has shown that if this government, led by our president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, by 2075, Nigeria will be one of the powerhouse economically, following by India, Indonesia, and some of these things. So we are just on the right path. But the problem is, I think we need to exercise a little bit of patience. This president, the way I look at it, is trying to build a foundation. This foundation, if you can continue like that, and it's a benefit to the youth of this country, it shows the youth how to work very harder. Yahoo, Yahoo, all this is nonsense. They have to work harder. Yes. It's work. Ora et labora. Work and pray. It's not pray and work. What you have in Nigeria, you go for retreat, you go for church, you go to mosque, you go to everything. No, nonsense. We have to work harder. So look, that is the problem. If we do that, the country, the way the present president is going, if everybody key into it, I think by the grace of God, all things being equal, the youth in particular will benefit out of the whole thing. But they should forget about Yahoo Yahoo.
Interesting. You also do a lot around real estate. Can we wrap up with that?
Yes, we did the real estate because, again, Nigerians, you need shelter. I don't know whether you are young then or no. The government will say, housing for the generality of Nigeria in 2000. 2000 has passed. Where is the house? Nowhere.
The deficit is still very large.
Almost 28 million.
Yes.
Almost 28 million.
Yes.
Therefore, this deficit, we need to see how it's done. And the president is doing very well. How do we do it? Because I address the group of people in US.
Okay.
How do we go about it? It's very simple. Government, from the beginning, they provided, go and check, NIDP and some other mortgage company. These people will provide what is known as mortgage for the generality of the people. Therefore, the middle class, people like you must have a shelter in your head. It's very important. Therefore, people like us, we think shelter is very important. And the present government key into that. For us, what we need to do as insurer, which is still very good, is to be providing mortgage protection insurance for the loan being given in case of untimely death of the person who borrowed the money. His family will not be put in jeopardy. The insurance protection will do that. That's it.
Interesting conversation, I must say. Prof, I've been speaking to Prof. Ahmed Salawuddin. I know we can go on and on, but this is how much time can take. I must thank you so much. Group President, Standard Group Holdings. Really appreciate it, and we hope to have you again. Join us.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to meet you.
All right, thank you.
And Hallelujah, continue to work stronger.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks for the handshake.